When we came back from South Africa, we landed in Lagos. So we met some brethren, and they were telling us about a great preacher. He was like #1 preacher in Lagos those days. I know the name, but I will not mention the name. I will mention the name of the ministry off camera. He had a 3-fold prayer point that he normally releases on crusade ground. I heard he was the first person that filled, apart from Benson Dahosa, that filled Surulere Stadium in Lagos. It's when I went to Lagos this time I discovered that the man is still alive. He's not dead. I was told how he shook London. Something huge happened to London through that man's ministry. Because I remember when I was still working in Lagos. If you come to Orile, those of you that know Orile in Lagos, I saw his signboard in Orile. I said, what is this man doing in Orile? He has been taken away. Is he alive? But when you are taken away, you know that grace that comes through the xylem vessels is no longer available to you. May God educate you to know that there's the reason why the presence of God is on your life is not tied to anything that you are doing on the platform. God will still leave you with those your gymnastics, but there'll be no presence, there'll be no grace backing you up. That's when you will discover that without God, man is nothing. The greatest fear of any man that has experienced grace is for him to be taken away. God no longer plans with you in the economy of grace. You can still go through the motions like Samson, but the Spirit of God has left you. Your shout will not translate to anything. Your gymnast, there was a time if you begin to dance, people, Holy Ghost will move. That your dancing will be dry dancing. Should I prophesy to you? Let me speak in parables. Listen to me. In the visions of the Spirit, there are many preachers, even politicians, that the grace that God has put upon them, in order for them to be who they are, will be taken away. They will still be alive, but it is when that grace is withdrawn that you will now discover in truth that indeed it is not by power. What makes you great is the supply that comes from God, and God will only sponsor specific dimensions of supply because you have yielded enough and you are in alignment with his timing and seasons. As a willing vessel then supplies. This is the story of the rise and the fall of men, of champions. This is the story of the rise of leaders, and then people come into the glory of their calling and begin to squander the resources of visibility, the resources of favor, the resources of goodwill that the glory of their calling has produced. They squander it on flesh. What God does is he takes it away. Oh my. It is only when I'm journeying into the heavens in transition that my garment should be available for someone else to take. Not that I'm still alive and then God now reallocates the resources that is meant to galvanize me for more productivity to be taken. Jesus is not casual about fruitlessness.